gentlemen, we are ready for map 2 of our semi-final as Fnatic trail Virtus.pro by 1 map to 0. And this best of 3, we move on to Inferno, which is Fnatic's map choice. And whilst we have a few moments, we could talk about the veritable who's who that we've seen this weekend here at DreamHack Winter. A few CS stars have come out to show themselves. You spotted Vilden, I saw Vestland walking around. All the stars are coming back.
Yeah, I mean, they noticed that CSGO, we have the catch now, right? Time to get back. Might be a little bit too late. I mean, you saw MTW as well, Sunde, and I think it was Abe who's coming back as well to play the game. So.
Kogu joined another team today.
Joined, you know, all the big.
They want to get on that fifth Laren money train.
Yeah.
How's that going?
Not so good. I need a promotion soon.
All right. It is Inferno. Fnatic's map choice. Talk to us about their strengths here.
I mean, for VP, this is a very hit and miss map for them. Sometimes they're great on it, sometimes they're not. Coming into even this best of 3 series, you saw VP as a great that they actually picked up Mirage, because I think for Fnatic here, their strength on this map is that they're very, I mean, it used to be their best map by far. They do a really good job with, actually Crims, actually I think he tweeted out that he's not playing B anymore.
Yeah, they used to just push Crimson off down Banana and just take control of it.
Yeah, and now I actually believe that Dennis took over Crimson's position, so I think it's Dennis and Olfmeister playing B now, but they have always had the synergy there that they can always just leave one guy at B and then have 4 guys on A, so their CT strong has always been really, really strong, whereas their T side, not so good, but since they were relying heavily on their CT side, most of the times they got away with it. For VP, obviously, again, hit and miss, and Fnatic ended up starting on the CT side now. You know, they're gonna have to start good.
With that change, maybe the right time to play them, who knows? As we are underway, Fnatic needing to use this home crowd's advantage and to G them back into this one. It will be Dennis to lead the charge, point blank range, almost caught like a cat in headlights as Pasha picks up frags 1 and 2 before Olfmeister goes through, and it's raining frags all over the places. Suddenly, we're down to just 1 player left up for the Virtus.pro side. It is Neo, who, a reminder of the pistol round last map, did do exactly what he needs to do here, but Flusher is having none of that this time, and Fnatic pick up round number 1.
I can't believe Olfmeister stayed alive for so long. I mean, VP with the 2 entries, and it was just Olfmeister all the way down Banana by himself. Ended up actually getting 3. 1 in the round completely. So for VP, good start. I don't think they expected Fnatic to actually push the way they did. And for Fnatic's end, I mean, props to Olaf, he saved them.
Well, this opportunity now for Fnatic to build upon that, as the confidence will ooze back in. We'll see whether they're able to drive their way into this game. On the Fnatic side thus far, they've not really looked like a team making any form of the transition, but 1 player and an in-game leader is quite the change to be making. We're going straight into another tournament. They did have the luxury of not going to San Jose last week, so had a little bit more time to make this change, and I think it was well mooted for a while that they would probably be mixing up their roster, so not the biggest surprise of all.
Oh no, for sure not. And I mean, for Fnatic, actually, for Fnatic's end, I don't think that they actually needed to. Like, we were talking about this before. I don't think they needed to do the change, right? But then, if something wasn't working, maybe they weren't getting along together outside of the game. And I think that's, for CSGO at least, that's something that's very important for the team chemistry. Now they brought in Dennis. I mean, Dennis is a great guy, so was Pronax, but they have a history with Dennis, right? So if they're clicking outside of the game, chances are they will be clicking inside the game. For VP here now, you do see just a regular. It actually looks to be like a double fake here coming in from VP, where Bialy and Pasha are just waiting over at the B bomb site with a smoke and a flashbang, and then they will end up hitting the A bomb. So you see Pasha actually rotating back here now.
Here we go. It will be Flusher in his P90 to fire off the first shots in anger. Frags elsewhere. Snacks and Dennis both go down. Crims will follow them, and Virtus.pro looking to charge A now. JW out for the count, courtesy of Neo up in his business, and it is Olafmeister now to stop the bomb going down. And now, can he follow that up with a frag? It's not going to be, as they eventually chase them out, but the clock comes to the rescue as Fnatic pick themselves up the map.
Yeah. VP, great job again. Actually, Fnatic seemed very, very nervous in terms of over-rotating again and again. You saw Mirage, same thing happened. Now on Inferno, you saw the B fake, and then Fnatic just instantly rotated over. Olfmeister saved him once again with just 1 frag, and it was the bomb planner. 6 seconds left to go. When he goes down, Fnatic members, they can just run away, because there's no point, there's no way VP can have time to actually pick up the bomb and then end up planning it.
Should Taz have covered should Taz have prevented Olfmeister from doing that and save the bomb carrier, or was the weapon disadvantage always going to stop that?
I mean, they shouldn't have planted there since the time was so low.
There we go. Trade at the top of Banana there, as it'll be Olofmeister now, and it's Max 7 to down Bjarly. But frags on the board for Virtus Pro. They have an opportunity to charge in towards that B site and get the bomb down. They're going to do exactly that. And they're going up against a FAMAS and a Max 7 here, so they'll feel like they have a real opportunity here. As from behind, Snax comes in, drops Crims, and it is now the P90 on JW who will have to go 1 versus 3. Going into the construction now, as the smoke will shield him and allow him to delay his entry, but that bomb has been well planted. And he will potentially feel it is beyond his means to get there. Fires blindly through the smoke, and in the end is tracked down by a combination of Snax and another there, and they will claim that round, and it will be 2-1 VP, preventing Fnatic from converting pistol into 3.
Yeah, very solid buy from VP again. They realized that we almost won the next round. We killed a bunch of Fnatic members. Let's just try and force buy once more, because they didn't get the bomb down anyway. And winning that one with a straight out, B play. I actually thought that Olofmeister would be just ending up getting 3 there, but you saw Neo, I think it was Neo, just jump through the smoke, ending up getting him somewhat mid-air with the Tech 9, just open up the whole bomb site. So great job by VP, putting Fnatic again in a very awkward position in terms of buy. This is a double save coming from Fnatic. Force buy here and then losing this one, and you have to double save.
Olofmeister trying to use that flash to do damage from the escaping VP players. There are 5 of them all huddled together as they look to push straight up mid and follow those grenades in towards that A site. Olofmeister retreats to the comforts of that A bomb site and 2 players that he has with him. Now he will further retreat into the side as Virtus Pro come pushing in. Pasha and his famous get them. Oh, I was about to say got himself the kill, but in the end, JW bailed out his buddy. JW does get his second frag on the board as well. Taz eventually stops him, but Crims is going in it, and we are going frag for frag here. And Fnatic, though they may have had weaponry inferiority, have been able to keep this round very much alive, as their 2-on-2 post-plant is not looking unwinnable for them.
I mean, both are on mob site though, and Fnatic actually sandwiching them in here.
Here we go. Neo will strike first. Second man comes around the corner. Can Neo finish off the job? No, he can't, but Bjarly has the kill elsewhere. Crim saves the round for Fnatic with a double. And they pull us back, and Fnatic will go 3-1 here.
Yeah, for VP that round, I really don't like when you know that there will be force buying or even saving to go up the way they did, because they're so spread out, and Fnatic, the only thing they have to do is stay intact and just take the duels. So VP, I mean, having 2 guys run up archway and then the other guys towards here, I mean, Crims, he has all the time in the world here to just be by balcony and just end up with easy pickings. So for Fnatic, I mean, great job by Crims having the 3 kill and winning the round again. And we see a lot of back and forth here now, but VP can still buy.
Was that a round salvage from Fnatic, or was it a round lost by Virtus Pro?
I mean, Fnatic did a great job in holding the bomb side. I mean, if you had any other team, they might not be able to hold the push coming from VP. But for VP, when you have all the time and you had all the nades, there's other rounds that you can actually play that would probably be a lot safer.
All right, on board with Virtus Pro's 5th bite at the T-Cherry, as Fnatic have wised up and weaponed up this round in comparison to the last. Pasha with the AWP, talk us through that.
What, Pasha's AWP? Which one?
This one, as he
in game. Okay, fair enough.
Crims takes down Taz, and Pasha uses smoke to escape Flusher, but here we go, JW coming from behind, point blank down Snax. He's got another one to his left that he didn't know about. It was Neo, and JW, unlucky you might say, to not be able to go further, as Fnatic are a man up. Snax and Taz both down. Pasha still with an opportunity here, as Neo will lead the push. Bomb carrier right behind him as they will go in towards that B site. It is Pasha who you feel will play the big role here. Currently his AWP is just making sure no one flanks them down mid, but the 3 of them now will push in. If they can get him into a position where he can find Fnatic players, then maybe they stand a chance. But Olaf and Dennis combine, and now it's Pasha 1-on-3. And he decides that he cannot contest this.
3 out of the 5 rounds, Fnatic has been in that boiler area getting picks. VP has not done a single thing about that. You saw in the first round where VP, I mean, they were going to win the round, and then Olofmeister came out of boiler, killed the bomb planter, ended up winning the round. Last round, you have Crims in the balcony area as well, balcony and boiler, just getting easy pickings once more. And then this round again, you saw JW in the boiler area. VP needs to actually have people around that area, so you can't let Fnatic do that all the time, because they just end up getting the picks and leaving VP in a deficit, and then they're forced to go B because they have no control anymore.
The thoughts of Fiflaren there as he tries to G on this Virtus.pro side in the opening rounds. Fnatic 4-1 up though. Any thoughts of lack of confidence from losing that first map? Well banished now. Virtus.pro with just that AWP for company as well in this round.
I mean, the one round that they actually won was the B play that they had, and you do have one flash and one smoke on Neo, so it would be a very aggressive play here. Just storm the side basically, and just hope that Pasha might end up getting the one. Olofmeister is going to be over at the coils.
Well, Pasha is left looking for anyone over by the grill. There's no one there, and it will be Olofmeister maybe coming back into sight now, but no, he will sit stationary at the pond and will now move into his range. Here we go, the silhouette is there, but Pasha can see none of it. And elsewhere, JW has himself a kill onto Taz, and this hasn't really worked for Virtus.pro. They were hoping to have seen something. They were hoping to allow Pasha to open the doors to this B site. And the bomb is coming back actually now towards Banana. Pasha still walking further in. First shot, first kill. Any more? No, Dennis was stood right behind Olofmeister and prevented them going any further. Bjarly will try to go 1-to-1 against Dennis. The reinforcements are there in the shape of snacks, but as are they for the rotating CT side. Bjarly and his AWP are the last thing standing for this Virtus.pro defense, and there are 3 seconds left on that clock. If he can get out of here, well, VP might consider that not the worst scenario to be saving that. Oh, gets the kill as he goes as well, and there's a second man right behind, and they really wanted that AWP.
Yeah, and on top of that, it was after round time has passed, so he needed to stay alive there. Otherwise, again, you would be sitting on so low on money. So for VP, I'm actually surprised for VP. They're playing it so slow, and that's not VP like.
There's no plow.
No, there's no plow. They're just chilling, grandma-like. And then I think it was the third round now, actually, third or fourth round, where they don't have any time to work with when they actually hit the bomb sites. You can't do that. You need to at least, yeah, you want to make sure that Fnatic, they spend their nades as soon as possible. So you want to take early, you want to be very aggressive early, so they use the nades, and then you have more time to work with when Fnatic basically have no nades left. Now you don't see that. BP, look here, look on the radar, right? Yeah, now the first time they're taking over boiler, great job for them. But this is the point of time where you need to keep taking control. You need to put pressure on Fnatic.
And what is their thinking here? What has changed for Virtus.pro that's made them suddenly take the keys out of the plow?
I think they just had our general game plan coming into the game, where it's like Fnatic are going to be very, very aggressive. So let's just stay very passive and let them make the move, rather than instead of them making the move, you just wait for Fnatic. And generally, that hardly works.
Pasha able to escape there as he caught one of those Fnatic players chasing him down. 2 references to the word plow, and I suddenly have the theme tune to Mr. Plow from The Simpsons in my head, but that'll go. As VP ready to make their push in towards the A site now. It's Crims who drops down into the pit, waiting on incoming. Flashed out, Flasher has the frag onto Neo. Oh, Flasher has 3, and this attack is just swatted away by Fnatic. And they will be feeling mighty fine right now.
Yeah, once more, round was over, it was 10 seconds left, right? So, again, for VP, I would probably say, after this eco they have, to take the pause, because you cannot go in on their CT side with anything less than 5 rounds, because it's going to be super hard, especially on the way that Fnatic's playing right now. They're on a roll, they have the momentum on their way, so for VP, they really need to try something new here. Even, heck, rush B for all the banners, right? Because you need to put pressure on Fnatic at this point, because look at their money. I mean, it's running away. Actually, it's not running away too much, but they still have money. So even though I might end up winning 1 round, you're still not going to put them on an eco.
Well, they have frag number 1 here. Let's see whether they can do anything more about it. I think it's Pasha on the other side just jumping from smoke to smoke. And Crims now waiting for the next man to come charging around mid. It will be Neo who falls on the end of that AK. And the VP side just looking to create the opening. They were thinking they could do something with that frag onto JW. What's happened in the end is they haven't found that second, they haven't found that opening. And as a result, haven't found much to work with, though they do have a AK on Taz. And they will push this around now. This A assault is going via the archers, and Flusher, who had a 3-fer in the last round, will help himself to 1, maybe 2. And VP are out in the open now as they go charging onto the end. And it'll be Olofmeister who finishes off the job. 7-1 Fnatic, and suddenly things are a little less boisterous in the Virtus.pro booth.
Yeah, this is actually the first round for VP, though. Well, yeah, timeout. We do see the timeout coming in from VP. Great call. Normally, you saw Fnatic the previous map on Mirage, where they took their timeout when VP had 14 rounds. Now, instead of doing that way too late, VP ends up taking it now when it's only 8 rounds in. We're just about to go into round number 9, when they also have a very strong buy coming in here. So now, again, for VP, what are they going to be talking about? It's like, okay, what's going on? What are we doing? What's working? What's not working? What can we do to change the pace of the game? Because right now, I mean, we're hitting bomb sites when it's 15 to 20 seconds left to go. Even if you end up getting the payout and actually getting, you know, maybe one member from Fnatic, as long as Fnatic stays alive, at least one member, you're going to have a hard time even planting the bomb. And then even if you plant the bomb, it might be inside the bomb site instead of the regular default plant, where you have so many more options to work with.
There you go. The Fnatic CEO, Sam Matthews, has blessed us with his presence. Once a regular side at every eSports event now, they just wheel him out for the big ones. And Khan, of course, there as well, who is a regular at all of the eSports events around the world. He's got more air miles than you do, Robin.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have any miles in terms of getting that payout. I'm not smart. Let's put it that way, Stuart. There will be
At least you've got your looks.
There will be no first-class upgrades for me.
Now, going back to your thought about what's being said in that Virtus.pro booth right now, how much is that easier said than done? How much is it easy for us on the outside to just say, yep, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you've got to do this? Is there an outside-the-box thinker in there that's able to identify, we are actually doing this wrong, we need to fix it? I
mean, it's always easier to, in hindsight, it's always easier, even after the game, to look, oh, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. When you're in the game, it's very hard. You have to rely on your players to tell you, especially as the in-game leader, okay, guys, what's going on respective positions? Like, are you having problems? What's going on there? Or, oh, you have an easy time getting up mid, but you're having problems over at B. Okay, then work on that. Just talk to one another, and that's where Kuban should come in as well. Is like, guys, what I've noticed is that you guys aren't getting the payout you need in middle, for example, and Fnatic just keeps on pushing Boiler. We need someone there. We need someone to just take control and just stay there and make sure that they don't push. What else can we do? Well, Fnatic, they haven't really pushed Banana at all, right? So then you have an opening there where it's like, well, let's take over Banana fast, so they spend the nades right away. So then later on in the round, we can go back with, and actually without making sure that they don't have any smokes left to work with there, right? So, but we'll see. I mean, VP, again, I would love to see a little bit more aggressive play from VP now. I don't think that this is not the way that VP should be playing. They got to stick with their strengths, with a very aggressive play, very, very methodical, and just work together and just brute force your way in.
Well, here we go. Back underway in round 9. Let's see if brute force is to be the answer of the day for Virtus.pro as they bid to turn around map number 2. If you're just joining us, this is the semi-final of the Faceit Season 3 finals, and Fnatic and Virtus.pro are at it in map 2. VP won their map, it was Mirage. This is Fnatic's map, and they're ahead by 7 rounds to 1 if we need it. Cash will play host to our finale. Coming up later, you have the joys of Luminosity versus Team Solo Mid, and the winner of each in the grand final. It is a beautiful day for esports here in Jönköping, as we are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, look at the radar now. There's no smoke in middle for Fnatic. There's nothing. VP's not taking advantage of that. Now you're forced to move back because Fnatic just used their Molotov way too late. I mean, you're going to be, and especially now, Pasha just ends up going back B to fake, ends up going down. But Fnatic actually not reading too well into this, because right now you have Crims all by himself there.
I'm going to ask you at the end of this round whether you've seen anything of the role of Dennis on B. But here we go. Crims frag onto Taz, and Piali and Snacks have a hat-trick between them as Virtus.pro have created an opening. 2 players on A, reinforcements coming from the B-bomb site for Fnatic. They're 1-on-2 momentarily here, and Snacks takes advantage of that. Olofmeister down. Snacks has little to no health to play with, though, as Dennis will lead the assault in, and what a way this might be to announce himself to his new buddies. No, it won't be. Those 5 points of health are enough for Snacks, and Virtus.pro have but their 2nd round on the board.
Yeah, as I was calling that, I mean, you saw there, Fnatic got the payout, they got the entry. It was a 5-on-4 situation. But if you paid attention to where Fnatic players were playing, Crims was all by himself on the A-bomb side. You have Flusha very close to library, and then there's no, like, he's not going to be able to help Crims there in that situation. When you're in the advantage, make sure that you stick together, maybe put people in pit, 5-on-4, just make sure they don't hit the side, because again, it was 25 seconds left to go. But then you saw VP there actually just hitting headshots. So for VP, I mean, in middle again, this is very fast. I really like this, actually.
Here we go. Taz in the driver's seat will push in down the right side towards the A bomb side. It's Crims who will play that pivotal role once more. He's been a real thorn in that A defense, but is not to be this time. Neo has the kill. JW pushes into Avenge, and point blank range clears house. JW with three headshots, and Fnatic have control of the situation once more. Snacks 1-on-3 between a rock and a truck. As he can see nothing of the Fnatic defense, and JW will say, oh, quite fancy a fourth frag. And that's exactly what he gets.
Yeah, great flash for JW. JW actually jumping up the box on the bomb side, getting the first one. Then you saw the two other VP members were so incredibly flashed. Look here, look at the flash, it just comes in, flashes both of the VP members. Great job by JW, just managing to hold the side, because there you saw VP with the first very fast round coming in there, ending up getting the entry on the bomb side. Without JW actually doing that play, being stuck on the bomb side, chances are VP would just run away with the round there.
And what are they going to run here? They're only winning one round every so often. The money system is not on their side.
Yeah, I mean, but keep in mind, like they've been killing Fnatic members a lot, so their economy is not that great. So for VP, this buy here is very important. If they end up winning this one, it's going to put Fnatic in. Again, this is the 11th round that we have in the half, and if they end up winning this one, then you still have a lot more rounds to work with. But now you end up losing the alley. So with the low buy that you have.
Olofmeister just helping himself, going back to the buffet that is Virtus Pro players as he downs 2. And will have left Fnatic sitting pretty here. Talk just about any evolution that you've seen in Fnatic CT side with the inclusion of Dennis and him going onto that B site.
Well, actually, just basing off this one map, what I noticed is that they don't really have to do that much, because VP is playing very scared right now. So then for Dennis,
well, Taz creates an opening that probably shouldn't have been there, and he, on his own, will go up against this Fnatic side. He tries to make his way through, has 13 points of health on Flusher. If he can go get himself isolated against him, it's JW that he will try to bait out with that bomb, and he wants to take these on one by one. Has only 15 seconds to go though, and will not be able to get further than JW, who's too smart for that.
Yeah, back to my point. I mean, for Dennis, I mean, Dennis is a guy now, instead of Crims, that's staying on the V-bomb side, and just based it off of what he's seen and what's going on in the map so far, he doesn't really have to do that much. This was the first round where I think that he actually himself just got instantly flashed and couldn't really do anything for VP, since VP hasn't really taken charge of the banana area.
And how do you combat Fnatic on banana? They've been so strong in it for so long. What's the key to unlocking that area for T side against them?
I mean, you either fight their aggressive play, but I mean, look at all the rounds that Fnatic has been playing. You see this one smoke here. You can either choose to spend that smoke for yourself and smoke off the entrance area just so you can gain control, or you flash like the way they did now and even Molotov it so you gain more control.
Are you impressed by Fnatic, or are you disappointed in Virtus Pro?
I think I would love to see more. Again, I would love to see more coming in from VP, but also Fnatic. Fnatic is doing a really good job now in holding VP back. I mean, that's why you see VP not being able to be so aggressive. That's probably what they wanted to.
Well, let's see if they can show a little aggression and mark their way in towards the B site. No, they won't. They will push back, and it will be JW waiting for them. Crims looks to chase out as well. He has a frag elsewhere onto Pasha. Taz finally drops JW, but there isn't much left for Crims to shoot at, and he gets what is left. It is 10-2 Fnatic, and this was the half they needed after that losing map one.
Yeah, again, they're playing really well. 10-2 in a very good position moving into next half here in 3 rounds. And for VP, I mean, this is not the VP you saw Mirage, not at all, right? So for them, I mean, they need the remaining rounds here. At least make sure that you come above 3, so even if you lose the pistol, you still have some rounds to work with. Because right now, if you end up the half with a 13-2 scoreline, it's already game over then, right? If you lose the pistol, it's over. Most of the times.
Ye of little faith. Hofmeister and his AWP have little faith in VP as well, as Virtus.pro find themselves again up against it, and to borrow from Fifth phrase book, again, really not pushing the agenda here.
I mean, this, again, yeah, you don't see VP actually throwing in nades in middle. They could have taken over middle very fast here. Instead now, this one you see the smoke. 40 seconds left. Now you see Fnatic actually using their nades in middle. Sure, now you can push, but they have less nades to defend with once you actually make your execute.
Now with the bomb going to B, one man, one brave soul is pushed down into A and is going to try and do some damage. It's Snax who's isolated one with the Molotov, will follow in, it's Flusher that he downs, and that'll send alarm bells going off at A. But if you see the two pushing down mid, they know that Snax is a decoy, because incoming to B, on the end of Dennis's AK headshot, was Neo. Bialy eventually avenges. Snax is going to have to do a big job of getting around here, because right now he's completely isolated from the game. As Taz will go up and, well, they may be able to create a sandwich. No. As Fnatic fight their way out of it. Here comes Snax. 1-on-2. Can he deliver? No. Fnatic get themselves their 11th round.
Yeah, saw there. For VP, they knew that, okay, well, the round 1 on Mirage, we faked. This one, the round 1 there, we faked. So now you saw actually Fnatic, they realized, it's like, well, we only see one guy on the A bomb side pushing. We might not end up going down, but then you saw the two very aggressive play, moving down middle, flanking the VP members, not even be able to get the bomb down. So great play by Fnatic for VP. I mean, at least they got into the bomb site this one round, something that they haven't been able to do throughout the half.
There you go, incremental benefits for them. As with only 2 rounds to go, Virtus.pro are going to need to put something on this board, because as McLaren calls out, they'll be really up against it if they go into halftime without something more to play with. Often JW have kills. Pasha in the end stops a rambunctious JW from going any further, but Flusher will finish off the rout, and it will be 12-2.
I'm looking to see if Pasha actually ends up buying the AK. Oh, there we go. We do have an op on Snax. Because I was going to say, one thing you only saw in the beginning of the half for VP is that they had an op onto Pasha. Now you actually see it once more where they end up sticking with the op instead. Because one thing that you should notice by now is that Fnatic, they don't really do anything in middle. They don't re-smoke it. They don't do anything. So there's actually room for VP to get some duels there.
JW going mighty aggressive, pushing down Banana and about to be a cat amongst the Virtus.pro pigeons. As he used that smoke to get into position. Pasha sensed it, but saw nothing. And Virtus.pro a little bit isolated here from making a move. Nade there will push Pasha back, but he takes no prisoners here as he's ready to lead that charge into sense out where did JW go, and the pair of them dance around the poles. They get it in the end, not before JW did his job. Bialy downed, and they'll take that trade. Dennis again retreats deep into the site where the bomb is not going, as Virtus.pro have moved it back towards mid with 4 players now to escort it up towards A. Note the position of Crims at the foot of apartments waiting on this Virtus.pro assault. Here we go. Strikes first on the stack, jumps out, can't quite get the second, but does a hell of a lot of damage to Taz. Now Flusher's grenade will bounce at the feet of those VP assault, and he will now hold them back as the reinforcements come in from B. He may just go it all alone as they charge him down. Taz in the end stops the rot, and Virtus.pro have little to play with here. Neo, just 3 points of health, has now nobody else on his side alive. And that will be close to a perfect first half for Fnatic. 13-2. They very much have set the tone.
Yeah, I mean, really impressive play from Fnatic throughout the whole half. Not really giving VP any room to work with. Being very aggressive at the later stages of the half where they even ended up pushing. But you saw that, I mean, throughout the whole game, you see Fnatic over-rotating a little bit too much. VP, I don't know if they actually noticed that at all, because they were very slow in actually hitting the bomb sites, that because you saw that they faked, they took over Banana and then they fall back, but they're very slow, especially there, and you leave Crims in a position where he's so aggressive, so even if you end up going up mid, he gets that, and then flush up, great defense in the later stages of the round as well. So very shaky from VP. I mean, not something we saw in Mirage.
Here we go, no margin for error, and Virtus.pro have already stacked up that A site, and it is just Neo who's going to take on the whole Fnatic armada as they push in towards B now. In Neo we trust for Virtus.pro, as perhaps that was misplaced. Crims gets himself that kill. Pasha returns the favor with 2 headshots. Crimson and JW both out for the count. Opportunity here as Pasha says, don't worry, just let me do this all by myself. He has 4 frags. Olofmeister, the last man standing, and Virtus.pro, with little margin for error, have taken it upon themselves to pull themselves back to 3 rounds.
Yeah, Daddy Biceps coming into play. I mean, great job there. Fnatic, so many rounds to work with. Just ending up buying a few flashbangs and just hitting B. Neo trying to be sneaky through the smoke there on himself, trying to hide and just wait for backup, ending up going down. So Pasha, great job. For Fnatic, a little bit too many one-on-one duels, ending up going down, and you saw that Pasha took advantage of it. So yeah, it's a start for VP, but you know, they have a long way to go.
Bjarly will push aggressively down mid, and the plow is real in this round as 4 quick frags go in. Only Olofmeister offering up a retort. Virtus.pro have 4 on the board, and maybe a little bit more boisterousness to come from those if they can string a few rounds together. But from here, talk us through the dream scenario for Virtus.pro. They're up against it so much. How do they make their way back into this game?
I mean, you just have to play perfect Counter-Strike, really. You need to work together. You need to make sure that Fnatic are not getting the entries that they so desperately need. And for the last round, they actually end up saving, so they're actually going to buy it, even though they didn't get, even though they didn't end up winning the first round. So, and VP, they saved 2 SMPs as well. It's a gamble for VP, but if they end up winning this round, you know, it's a gamble paid off. If they end up losing it, Neo will still be able to buy the next round. So it's all about saving money now. Just make sure that every single round you play on this CT half, that you have enough money to buy what you need.
It is Pasha who will spy action first and foremost. His grenade does damage to a number of players as he waits by archers. The Fnatic players actually retreat in the end, and Pasha spies that, but it cost him his life in the end. Dennis goes down. Bjarly now pushes out, looking for vengeance, gets 2. Olofmeister in the end stops the rot, but Fnatic have a man. No longer does Taz. There's P90. Revenge is onto Dennis. 2 on 2. Fnatic with the weapons they want for this, but this P90 of Taz is a real mess for Fnatic, and the old man holds on strong, and it is 13-5.
Look at the difference on Fnatic's T side here, how they take over mid, and look at VP. Fnatic noticed that VP is not spending any money or anything on the middle. They just go up and play very aggressive and take the duels, getting the 2 entries. Now, Snacks was the one actually saving there with the two kills onto Fnatic members, and obviously Taz staying alive with the P90. But look at the difference. This is what you want a VP to do on their T side. Fnatic is doing it now. They didn't end up winning the round, but at least they have that mindset of it's like, well, let's go up and peek. If they don't want to try and smoke it off or Molotov it off, they want to take duels, then yeah, let's go for it.
How much is that semi-aggressive playstyle buoyed by an 8-round advantage? Is that something you can do when you have the confidence of the scoreboard in your favor?
I mean, it's the confidence you should have, even though you're in a deficit, even though it might be in the beginning of the half. It's something you need to have throughout the whole game. Because if you're in the deficit, or even if you're in the lead like this, if you play like you're ahead and you play.
Oh, hello, Olofmeister with a headshot onto Pasha, reminding us that all is not lost, even if they don't have a full slew of weapons. Olofmeister and his Deagle will go no further, though. Taz takes them down, and we'll see this Fnatic attack out as they line up on B. And Neo will call for reinforcements, but they quickly clear out between Neo and Snacks, those 4 players.
Yeah, good job in VP staying alive. I mean, 4 members, again, it's all about the economy at this point in time. So VP, they are starting to build their economy. You do start seeing Molotovs on their CT side, and that just comes to show that, okay, our economy is, you know, it's blooming. We can actually afford to spend a little bit more money, because the problem on Inferno on their T side is that when CTs start to get the economy, it's so hard to actually penetrate that defense, because you have the smokes, you have the mollies, you have all the flashbangs. So VP's getting to that point of time now.
Well, they've won 4 rounds without reply from Fnatic, and the deficit is reduced to just 7. Does the Plow have the momentum to pull them all the way back into this map? They are 1 to the good, and It'll be Pasha and AWP that connect with frag number 1, and it is Dennis that goes down. Virtus Pro waiting on the assault from Fnatic. The bomb still, though, not committed, as it sits with Flusher here. 2 players in apartment for Fnatic. The bomb just keeping an eye on Banana as see if anyone would push down behind and chase out those Fnatic players as the A assault begins to take up. Let's see whether those 2 A players do actually go through arches if they can and join on B, but no, Pasha will not be able to see anything through that smoke. That's exactly what Fnatic are going to do as they charge on into CT spawn. Point blank range, get the frag onto Pasha. Snacks out for the count as well. The bomb edging its way up Banana now as well. Neo will be the man tasked with holding that site, and if he can extend out, he might be able to take a one-on-one with the carrier. But has now the sandwich coming in. Olafmeister is the man who'll down him, and Fnatic have control of this round. It is Bialy or bust for Virtus Pro as he comes charging up the Banana walkway.
It's gonna be rough for Bialy. I mean, Olaf might still have the Molotov as well. He can just throw it on the bomb, so end up saving instead. Great round by Fnatic. Not actually, I was gonna comment on it because look at VP in the beginning of the round. Throughout the whole round, Neo, even at the later stages, he still had that smoke and molly. So if they actually ended up just going towards B, they would have probably just ended up dying. Instead, Fnatic very smart, making instead of making the call just go to B, let's B split. So you only had Flusher with the bomb in Banana, and then everyone else ran up mid, just basically disabling Neo and using his nades correctly, getting Pasha there as well. Pasha got smoked out in library, ended up rotating a little bit too far. I don't think Pasha was expecting them to actually run into CT spawn, going down, and then he just left the whole CT area completely open, and Neo was left all by himself versus 4 Fnatic members. There's no way he can, especially the position he was in, there's no way he can hold that.
Scoreboard reads 14-6. Fnatic need 2 to close us out and take us to map 3 here in semi-final 1 of the Faceit Season 3 finals. This time Fnatic showing that Virtus Pro defense a tad more respect as Snacks gets forced out of there and with next to no health to play with as well.
I mean, look at the difference in the T side plays. VP never did this. Snacks has an op, just waiting the station there. Fnatic not taking any chances. Double Molotov on Snacks, he's forced to retreat. And there you go, you have map control, right? You have Banana, now you can just fall back, make sure, okay, let's take somewhere else now so we actually have more to work with. So now you see in middle, it's completely smoked off still. You can wait on that. That's why you see the rotate coming in here. Because you probably realize, well, you know, the smokes haven't come in from B yet. Let's maybe, you know, try and make a play here. Maybe just walk in.
Well, here they go. Crims will lead that charge and the Snacks can go no further. Flusher drops him off there, and Neo is again going to be left with a lot to do. He does have reinforcements coming in the shape of Pasha now, and there are still 2 players being isolated today because there are still 2 Fnatic players over there. The bomb sits at the top of Banana. Will they hold it in here or will they pull it back as Pasha's play here will decide a lot of that. Frag number 1 for Pasha. Second is going to go in there as well with the help of Neo, and they've managed to level up these numbers. The bomb quickly darts back down Banana. Pasha senses that and will rotate to join the defense on A. There is Taz charging through. Bialy has a frag off screen as well, and this is a great defense from Virtus Pro. They have just Crimson the bomb to find with 4 players with which to do it, and he will decide safety is the order of the day.
Yeah, great hold by VP. You saw the smoke grenades coming in from Fnatic. Actually smoked off the whole bomb site. The idea was, this is a round that Fnatic used to run with a lot before, even when Pronox was around, where you smoke off the whole bomb site, you plant towards CT spawn, and you take over ruins. Now instead, Fnatic just threw the smoke grenades, hoping that VP might actually push through CT spawn, and they could get some easy picnics. No, VP just stuck around, just waited very patiently, and then got the 2 entries, forcing Crims to rotate back onto the AA bomb site, trying to plant the bomb.
Pasha having none of it from JW. Point blank AWP dispatches of the Danger Man, and now Snacks will look to add another one to their list. It is Crims who follows suit. Olafmeister in the end with a headshot in the back of Bialy. Can he get one more? No, Pasha allowed quite a lot of time to line up that AWP frag onto Olaf, but we are low on Swedes here. Dennis and Flusher, last 2 standing, and using that smoke to collect the bomb from the floor from where it lay. 2 of them will make their way out. Here's Pasha covering mid.
I mean, VP has full control of the whole map here. Look at where Taz is. Pasha also peeking. So when you have this much control for Neo and Snacks, for them it's just a matter of, okay, Snacks, you take the initial pick, then I'll flash for you. Well, he actually doesn't have an ace, but you take the initial pick, then fall back.
And there is the initial pick. Dennis down, bomb on the floor, Flusher 1-on-4 as he will go up against Snacks once again. And he comes out on top. It is 14-8. Virtus.pro not dead yet.
No, and I mean, Fnatic very low on money. They're going to have to save here unless they want to try and just force buy. But at this point in time, you don't want to do that. You have so many more rounds to work with. You want to make sure that whenever you do have weapons, you want all the nades. You want the mollies, you want the flash, you want the smokes that you need on the G side, especially like we're talking about. Look at VP's, you know, nades, right? They have everything. So for Fnatic, just a strict out, pure eco, not gonna get a payout for it probably, but just make sure that you save the money because you will need it.
So in theory, this to be a round for Virtus.pro. You're stuck at 14-9 in the semifinals of a huge $250,000 tournament. Does the circumstance, does the moment, does the occasion ever get to you?
No, not really. I mean, keep in mind as well, for Fnatic, they still have their timeout to work with, right? So if it comes to the point where it's like, guys, we're stuck, we need to do something, okay, call the timeout, talk about it. What are we doing wrong? I mean, one thing Fnatic is doing right so far in this half is that they are taking map control, right? But they're not doing it together. You saw the previous round, JW was just all up in mid, all by himself, ended up dying, and then 5-10 seconds later, that's when all of Micey came up, right? So work together, maybe flash up, smoke off one side, and just take control.
Crims with a cheeky frag onto Neo there as he pushes in, and he's not giving up on this, and will try then onto Snacks, but can go no further. Olfmeister's been able to sneak all the way around to A. Every Virtus.pro player is at B, and now they will have to reclaim this. So great job there from Olaf there.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted. They didn't buy anything, so getting the bomb down is perfect.
He and his 30 points of health go up against 4 fully armed VP players, 2 of them with AWPs as they go looking for him, and in the end they do find him. It will be Virtus.pro to get their 9th round on the board, a 5-round deficit, but maybe, just maybe, Fnatic on the other hand will be looking to professionally close this one out and prevent any commentators from getting too excited about a great comeback.
Yeah, as always, right? So I'm not going to call it just yet. But here you do see a very good buy coming from Fnatic. They have mollies, they have smokes, they have nades, they have flashbangs. So here it's all about working together. Just wait and see, because I mean, look at VP, they have 2 ops, right? So just make sure you don't end up losing the entry towards the VP's ops here, and then just keep the distance close.
On board with Pasha as into the apartments comes Olaf, and he will get him. The Danger Man isolated for Fnatic. I say Danger Man, they're all pretty armed and dangerous, but Pasha helping himself to a second frag. Can go no further as in the end Crims stops him. It's an A assault coming in. Neo onto JW, but Crims is alive and kicking as he cleans out with the help of Flusher that A site, and the Flusher is 1-on-1 against Snacks and the AWP. The bomb planted, Snacks can't quite spy any slither of the Swede to strike. And he's down to just 28 points of health. The Snacks switches out for that M4 and now will go hunting for Flusher. Almost full health as well. Snacks has no margin for error here as he pushes in. The bomb ticks louder and louder. Snacks has nowhere to go as he can't find Flusher. In the end he does. And will just about get that bomb in time, but Flusher almost there, able to win the round.
Yeah, Pasha with 2 great entries, getting stuck on the balcony, he ended up going down, leaving a 3-on-3 situation actually, and then Snacks getting the first, when it was a 1-on-2, getting that one. So essentially it was a 1-on-2 situation for Snacks, just that the frag he got was, yeah, I don't know if we see this whole thing. Look at here, after this one he gets stuck on the wall here, ends up going down, so otherwise he would have survived and then Fnatic wouldn't have a chance in the world to actually win the round. So again, VP, they're staying strong, they're holding it.
Can they do this?
I'm not going to jinx it. I'm not going to say anything. Cast a curse.
You did do that on the last map.
I did.
14-10. Virtus.pro have been able to turn things around on their CT side. Fnatic, though, with the experience of their success of this year, they have had quite the 2015. Will feel that no obstacle is too large for them, and into the A site they go. It is going to be Taz against 3 players here. Jumps around, can get no further. JW and Olfmeister both have frags, and now we're running out of VP players. Neo and Snacks go charging in here against 4 Fnatic players. Can they reclaim As the dust settles, Snax is a long way away from the action. He will call on Neo to hold firm. And really what you're looking for here for Virtus.pro is a shoulder.
I mean,
toe,
you have
something to shoot at.
You want to save the weapons here.
And Neo is going to go point-blank range against JW, who will chase out that AWP. Snax is just going to give away that one. I think they were looking for exit frags more than anything else, but 15-10, 5 map points for Fnatic here. And though they may have made it entertaining, they are going to get themselves over the line.
Yeah. Actually, for Neo and Snax there, yeah, I understand why they wanted to go a little bit more aggressive, try and kill off the Fnatic members, because they've also have, you know, they want to keep their economy at a minimum, but you have to keep in mind as well, you have to keep in mind of your economy. So what happened now, you lost 2 of your ops, same 2 players are having pistols this round, so actually one of them, Snax actually managed to buy, so make it or break it.
Fnatic with a golden opportunity here to take a 16-10 map 1 win. Oh, sorry, map 2 win, as they have Virtus.pro on the ropes. Will be Olofmeister's extend through the apartment. The stack from Fnatic is just plowed down there as charging down Banana, and onto Olofmeister they go, but JW and Crims have kills, and Dennis is going to help himself to another one. And with a 3-on-1, this should be tie game. Fnatic have taken map 2. And Virtus.pro and Fnatic will duel it out on cash to decide who advances to the grand finals. Fiflaren, your closing thoughts?
I mean, just look at the difference of VP's T side and Fnatic's T side. Fnatic just took way too much advantage of the fact that VP was playing it very defensively, not really smoking off or anything, just getting all of these duels. You didn't see that on VP's T side. It's very defensive, just running down the clock so much, whereas for Fnatic, very aggressive. You saw, I mean, every round they took over middle. They Molotoved in through Banana. They had apartments control, even though, I mean, they died plenty of times with Pasha's op, but then they still kept on going, and it paid off. I mean, their T-side was a lot better than VP's.
Where's your money for map 3?
I mean, it's cash, and I think for both, I would have preferred to see a train. I think the close would be a lot closer. For cash now, it's a little bit of hit and miss. I think I actually do favor VP a little bit on this map, but you never know.
You never know. We'll find out when we come back from this. For finding out more yourself, go onto theScore eSports, the official coverage partner for news, stats, and more. You can download it on the Play Store and on the App Store. We'll be right back with map 3.